Mbappe's presentation, Allegri is kicked out of Juventus in disgrace, and Barcelona's new superstar, Dybala, swaps Roma. All this and much more in today's edition. Be sure to like, click on the bell and subscribe. Already done? Then we can start. According to the reputable publication Diario AS, Atlético Madrid's head coach Diego Simeone has approached the club's management with a request to acquire Argentine striker Paulo Dybala. Simeone believes that Dybala could be a significant reinforcement for the team. Despite the fact that Dybala's contract with Roma includes a clause allowing for termination of the agreement for €12 million, it is still a profitable deal, considering that the player's transfer value is €25 million. However, it is worth noting that Dybala has been frequently injured lately, which could become a problem in the future. As for Atlético, key players such as Alvaro Morata and Antoine Griezmann may leave the team this summer. Perhaps Dybala is being considered as an alternative to one of them. Overall, the acquisition of the Argentine could be a good reinforcement for Diego Simeone's team if the issue of his injury proneness can be resolved. Rumors about Paulo Dybala's possible departure from Roma have been circulating for a long time. Many were surprised by his move to the Italian club, expecting him to choose a higher-level team. Therefore, it is possible that Dybala will change his club registration this summer. Atlético seems to be a worthy option for the continuation of the Argentine's career. The Spanish Championship probably suits him better than other European leagues if he decides to leave Serie A. Moreover, the move to Atlético could be the last chance for the 30-year-old Dybala to make a statement at a high level in Europe. This season, Dybala has participated in 37 matches in all tournaments, scoring 16 goals and providing 10 assists. His contract with Roma runs until the summer of 2025. In the current season, Robert Lewandowski has not been demonstrating the most convincing results on the football pitch. Despite his decent statistics, his performance often negatively impacts the overall outcome of matches. For instance, in the return match against PSG in the Champions League quarter-finals, when Barcelona had a chance for a successful counter-attack in the final minutes, his individualism ruined a potentially winning moment. If Lewandowski had made the right decision, the game could have gone into overtime, giving the team more chances for success. The renowned Barcelona player Rivaldo expressed his opinion that Lewandowski is no longer capable of performing at a high level and suggested considering his sale, possibly to Saudi Arabia, where his experience would be appreciated. Rivaldo noted that Lewandowski's age is working against him, and in modern football, clubs often consider selling players over 30 to refresh the squad and secure titles. The financial aspect is also important. Lewandowski will become the highest-paid player on the team next season, which may affect compliance with financial fair play rules. Selling the player could help Barcelona not only financially, but also strategically refresh the squad. Meanwhile, according to Catalunya Radio, Barcelona is close to signing Luis Diaz from Liverpool. The terms of the personal contract with the Colombian have already been agreed upon, and it only remains to negotiate the price with Liverpool. Diaz is a perfect fit for Xavi's system and could become a key player capable of returning Barcelona to the top. Thus, the strategic renewal of the squad and the attraction of new talents may become the key to Barcelona's future success. In recent times, the media has been actively discussing the prospects of PSG's transfer policy following the departure of Kylian Mbappe. Many experts agree that the Parisian club will seek to compensate for the loss of its main star by strengthening the squad with new talented players. In particular, names such as Khvicha Kvaratskhelia and Victor Osimhen are mentioned as potential acquisitions that could help PSG maintain a high level of performance. However, let's focus on another intriguing topic: the details of Mbappe's contract with Real Madrid. According to Sky Sports, the French striker will sign a 5-year agreement with the Royal Club with an annual salary of €15 million. Although this amount is less than what Mbappe received at PSG, the difference is compensated by an impressive signing bonus of €150 million. Some experts express concerns that such high financial conditions for Mbappe may negatively affect the atmosphere within the team, especially if the salaries of other key players, such as Vinicius Jr. and Jude Bellingham, are significantly lower. Indeed, regardless of the form of payments, whether it be salary or bonus, the very fact of a player receiving large sums is important. Moreover, questions arise as to how harmoniously Mbappe will fit into Real Madrid's already established and successfully functioning attacking triangle formed by Vinicius, Bellingham and Rodrigo. These players have demonstrated excellent understanding on the field, and it remains to be hoped that the arrival of the French superstar will not disrupt this synergy. As for the presentation of Mbappe as a Real Madrid player, according to Marca, it should take place between June 3 and 9, before the start of the European Championship. However, for this to happen, the Madrid club needs to agree on some details with PSG, which would prefer to hold the ceremony after the completion of the Euros, possibly due to some nuances related to the French national team. Undoubtedly, Kylian Mbappe's move to Real Madrid is one of the main events of the upcoming transfer window, and we will closely monitor the development of the situation to keep you informed of all the details of this exciting football saga. The Athletic, renowned for its in-depth coverage of the English Premier League, reports that Josep Guardiola may depart Manchester City at the end of the 2024-2025 season. Journalist David Ornstein suggests Guardiola is ambivalent about extending his contract with City and is leaning towards parting ways with the team upon the expiration of his current agreement. Guardiola has undeniably achieved remarkable success with Manchester City, securing almost every possible trophy. It is understandable that he might feel the time is right for new challenges. While he could aim to win the Champions League multiple times in a row, it is unlikely to be his primary motivation. Regardless of his decision, Guardiola will undoubtedly leave behind a remarkable legacy at Manchester City. The club's future manager will be fortunate to work with a high-caliber team, but will also face immense pressure and expectations, inevitably accompanying any successor to Guardiola. It is worth noting that negotiations for Guardiola's previous contract were also complex, as reflected in the news at the time. The coach, it seems, was already considering the possibility of leaving. Many fans are hopeful that Guardiola might return to Barcelona, where his return would generate significant excitement. However, only time will tell where he will continue his career. Without a doubt, any club that Guardiola chooses after Manchester City will be fortunate, given his ability to transform teams. We eagerly await to see where his next step will lead him in his illustrious managerial journey. Yesterday at the Olympico Stadium, temperatures reached extreme levels, creating an extraordinarily hot atmosphere for all present, including the Italian coach Massimiliano Allegri. In such a tense environment, Allegri appeared to lose his patience and began to express his dissatisfaction quite expressively. Unfortunately, instead of the expected striptease, we witnessed the coach, possibly under the influence of heat, acting rather impulsively. His reaction to the events of the match was expressed in extremely aggressive communication with the referee, accompanied by rather unusual gestures and loud statements, which appeared to be an expression of his strong feelings. Unfortunately, this led to Allegri being disqualified for 2 matches and fined €5,000 for his behavior towards the referee. But it didn't end there. After the match, at the press conference, the coach's emotions once again spiraled out of control, this time directed at Guido Vacciago, the editor-in-chief of Tuttosport. Allegri publicly expressed his disagreement with the editor, insisting on more honest coverage of events in his publication. The situation escalated to the point where, according to Vacciago, Allegri even attempted to physically confront him, pointing his finger in his face and threatening physical violence. Allegri's legal team, however, denies physical contact and claims that Vacciago also insulted the coach. Juventus has already officially apologized for their coach's behavior. The club's management is extremely concerned about Allegri's conduct and, according to some sources, is even considering dismissing him before the end of the season. The club's lawyers are already studying options for terminating the coach's contract. Despite his obvious missteps, Allegri has his justifications. According to information from Sky Sports, the coach felt kept in the dark about many internal club matters, including his own fate there. He was not informed about a possible dismissal and was skeptical of the rumors about Mote. As a club legend, Allegri deserved more open and honest communication from the management, not through the press. One cannot forget what the coach has gone through over the past 2 seasons: a change in club leadership, legal proceedings, point deductions, conflicts with the sporting director. All of this undoubtedly had an impact on his emotional state. Perhaps it's time for Allegri to take a break and recharge. Overall, the situation surrounding Massimiliano Allegri is a vivid example of how pressure and stress can affect the behavior of even the most experienced and respected professionals. We hope that all parties will find a constructive solution and that the coach will be able to return to work in a calmer and more productive environment.